Hey, what's up, ICT fam? We are going to get into this YouTube video on the previous week of Monday the 16th through Friday the 20th. As you can see here, we had a bearish weekly model with a classic Tuesday high of week, an expansion lower, and then a move back up Friday. So we'll get into this in more depth and go over the ICT concepts, break this down, and what to look for. Okay, here we have the weekly breakdown on the 1 hour chart. I have each day broken up into groups. The blue is going to be a consolidation or a distribution down here. We have our red expansion down, and then we had our retracement back up on Friday. Started off with a nice consolidation. Monday, not much range, it was very small. We got into Tuesday, we created this high of the week right here. As we continued on, we took out some liquidity, just kind of stayed within this range. If we look at the range that Monday created, okay, you can see that moving across here, Tuesday and Wednesday, the buy side liquidity was above Monday's high. So that's something to take note in these types of models. When we look at the lower side of the range, we have everything that's pretty equal. This was relative equal lows. It just barely took out some sell side liquidity, getting into this order block a little more, and then coming back up before making this move down on the New York Open on Wednesday. So as you can see, Tuesday high of the week, Wednesday we had expansion down into Thursday, and then finishing off the rest of Thursday was this distribution where we kind of stayed within this range here and distribution occurred. In the daily video setup, we went over some key points of interest. On a smaller time frame, on the 15-minute, we can view those. But moving forward, after we finished distributing into Friday, again we have New York Open right around this time here, and we retrace back up to finish off that weekly candle. Okay, here we have the 15-minute time frame. Again, we just see some nice consolidation here on the 15-minute. Tuesday, we created the high of the week, and that was around 10:15. So within that New York Open between 9:30 and 10:30, where we set the range, working our way into the Asian. This was the news from the Bank of Japan, and then we had this kind of work its way down to about the midway point, and then come back up to create equal highs. Going into London, consolidated. We have buy side liquidity right here. We take it out a couple times, and then we begin our expansion down from the New York Open. We have the manipulation up, and then our expansion down. Yeah, that was Wednesday. It was a nice trend day with a nice little opportunity to get in right there. Let's go down to the 5-minute time frame, and we'll just take a look right there. I still have it marked out. Alright, let's go back here. Okay. So as we get into here, we can see that we had a break of structure right here, and If you go down into the 1 minute time frame, you can see this set up perfectly. But this was your run on liquidity. These wicks right up here, and like I showed you earlier, it broke Monday's highs, which was the buy side liquidity line. We have an optimal trade entry right here, which I went over a couple videos ago, and then we have our expansion down. Okay, so we made some notes on the 15-minute time frame about some points of interest that we were looking at, which came into play on Friday. So let's head back to the 15-minute time frame. Okay. Okay, so what we noted on the 15-minute time frame from our expansion down, we have a SIBI, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. We have this 15-minute fair value gap here attached to the bottom of this order block. We have a 15-minute fair value gap right here attached to this order block. Also this one right here. And then we have equal highs. Here we had all the distribution, very choppy day, lots of wicks. You can see all the wicks on these candles, creating volatile price action and the kind of price action that we want to avoid trading in, especially having a nice day the previous day where we had a nice expansion down with multiple opportunities to get in and make money and get those 5 handles. All right, so Thursday, low of the week, which we have right here. Coming into Friday, we have the London session, which comes down and hits this order block on the 5-minute time frame. There's a fair value gap right here, and this is what I have marked, but it's also a 15-minute order block. Okay, London comes down and we hit that order block and reject. Nice long wick. If we take a look at the candle bodies, okay, let's measure the candle bodies. So as far as the candle bodies are concerned, go straight across over to here. We broke below these candle bodies with these ones, okay? So that's a run on sell side liquidity. We get into the order block right here with this wick and come all the way back up. And we don't see candle bodies come below here. New York open, we have this candle right here. It wicks down back into that order block. That's the manipulation at open. And then we begin our expansion back up, or as on the model shows, it's that retracement back up to the candle close. And because that we have still what seems to be a bullish higher time frame, we made a nice strong move back up. What we were looking for on Friday for liquidity runs was going to be these equal highs right here, which we took out pretty quickly. Here's our lunchtime consolidation. We have this candle body that comes back down, and we get into here and into this order block right here. So if I take a line and go straight across, that was your entry after lunch. Balances out this fair value gap and then continues to make a move upward. Our next point of interest was this fair value gap right here to be balanced. We came back up after lunchtime and we balanced this out, and you can see that we had, this is a higher resistance liquidity run due to these order blocks that are in here, and you can see that we had a little bit more up and down action, not as smooth like these candles and this candle. So once we got above this action right here, as you can see, we wick up and then we make a nice run up with displacement right through this order block. So it displaces through there, negating this. And then we had our little bit of retracement and finish out with the close of the week. This was a good week to study this model and to go over the different time frames and to look at how each day of the week perfectly fit the Tuesday high bearish weekly model. There's lots of opportunities to make money. I think Thursday probably was the best day to sit out. And going into Friday, once we identified that Thursday was low of the week, then Friday we had some really good opportunities to make money on the way up. All right, I hope this was helpful and that you were able to learn something. You guys have a good evening.